In today's video, we're going to see what happens when you try to boil superglue, and we'll try and answer the question, is superglue flammable? Superglue is super interesting stuff, also known as cyanoacrylate. This glue works to form a very quick and strong bond. Most people have only used or bought superglue in some very small quantities. It often comes in tiny tubes that only have a few drops in them, but we've gotten our hands on an 8-ounce container of superglue. That's a full cup of superglue all in one spot. There are a few different things I would really like to try using this much superglue. The first thing I want to try is heating it up. I want to see if you can boil superglue, and if you can, what happens to it. Here's the basic idea. We're going to empty 8 ounces of our superglue into a saucepan that won't be used for anything else, then boil it on a hot plate. What do you think is going to happen? Will the superglue just evaporate? Will it catch on fire? Or do you think it's going to explode? We're doing this outside today because even if you aren't boiling it, superglue puts off some pretty powerful fumes. It can irritate your throat, your eyes, and your skin. And I figure that when we heat it up, those fumes are going to be multiplied by quite a bit, and I really don't want that in any confined space. So we're in a nice open area. We've even got a fair breeze passing through, which should make it easy to avoid breathing in any of these fumes. First, a very quick test as to the stickiness of superglue. Got it on my gloves, and my gloves are now glued together. Peel apart. It does the exact same thing if you get it on your skin, but it really hurts to try and peel it apart. This much superglue is actually fairly dangerous because if this got on you in any large quantities, it could require medical intervention to get it off. Like if this were to spill all over my clothing, it could stick my clothing onto my skin and I wouldn't be able to pull it off. So I have to be very careful not to get any of this on me. This stuff is amazingly thin and clear. It really just looks like water. I don't want to waste this superglue, but just because I've never actually seen this much superglue out of a container in one spot, I gotta play with it a little bit. It feels slightly slimy, oily on my fingers right now, which I'm sure would glue together if I held them. You can see little bits where it's thin, starting to glue as it dries out. It just feels like, you know, water or thin oil. It's pretty nuts. Let me see if I can glue my glove onto this rock. I am not holding onto this rock. It's holding onto me, really. The glue hasn't completely cured, so I can probably pull my fingers apart and make it drop the rock. Let's try it. Well, kind of. All right, since I don't want my movement permanently arrested, I'm gonna take this glove off and put a new one on. We're ready to turn on our stove, but I've got one more thing I wanna do just to protect everything before I do that, and that's just to put a sheet of foil over our hot plate. In case the superglue boils up and out or something like that, I don't wanna spill superglue all over this plate, so just one piece of foil going across the top, that's it. All right, let's turn this on to low. The breeze we've got going on might make this take a little bit longer than normal. I'm not sure I'll be able to tell the difference since I've never boiled superglue before. I don't even know if it will boil. It might just heat up or light on fire or smoke a lot. We've got fumes. I don't think I can call that steam since I don't think cyanoacrylate glue contains any water, but it's vapor of some kind. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, that went from 0 to extremely powerful in no time at all. Whew. Good thing we are not doing this indoors, or I'm pretty sure the whole indoors would be like that. Ah, it's still in my eyes. It got me again. I was upwind. We've got some good white vapor coming off of the saucepan with the superglue in it, but I want to try turning the heat up. It's not really changing much. It's been doing the same little bit of vapor thing for like 5 minutes now. I think it needs more heat. Let's take it up to medium. Fun fact, superglue was developed while trying to find a way to make custom lenses. Very breezy out. We are starting to get some bubbles at the bottom of the pan, and it looks a lot like when you're heating up water. So maybe this is gonna boil. I wanna help it along, so it's been on medium for almost 10 minutes now. I think it's time to turn it up to high. All right, a lot of white vapor. And as my cameraman and I can both attest, it sucks if you get too near it. I'm so glad it's breezy, but since we've got a nice steady stream of air going that way, I can get nice up close to it, put a stick in it. Ooh, I hear bubbly noises, see bubbly things. A little bit. There's so much of this vapor now. Hard to get close to it and really look at what's going on in there. Even though the vapor is being taken away this fast, can't really see much down into the bottom. Oh, it's so fast in its pain. Just a tiny bit of it goes toward your face and all of a sudden it stings. Kids, do not try this at home or at a friend's house or in some random yard. Just don't try this. You'll get that vapor all over you and it'll suck. Got some good boiling action going on in there now. Enough that we can see it through the vapor. Oh man, it's almost gone. Like most of this is burning away. And it's kind of a yellowish green color in there now. It had no color when we started. Very clear, looked just like water. Oh wow, it's even, look at this, the goopy stuff got strings of it coming off on the stick. Oh, I think we are just about out. Super glue is all boiled and burned away. The fumes certainly seem to be gone. All that's left is a very sticky, not glue sticky, but like gooey residue at the bottom of this pan. Ooh, it's one heck of a non-stick coating. Bottom of this pan, even super glue isn't sticking to it. This is the result of boiling away one entire cup of cyanoacrylate glue. There's this residue stuff, which has really lost most of that power that super glue has. Like putting it near my nose, breathing in, I can smell the super glue smell, but it's not burning. It's not making my eyes water. Pretty mild compared to even just a normal little bottle of super glue. If you just smell that, usually it'll make you flinch. It's kind of acrid, burns the inside of your nose a little bit. This is just, yeah, that smells kind of like super glue. I'm not gonna taste it. I taste a lot of things. I'm not gonna taste this. That's amazing how much of it is gone. So that means most of what's in super glue can be boiled away. Some white powdery residue up on the sides. That looks like it might have built up just from the vapor rather than the liquid disappearing. We do have some more super glue, and there's one more test I want to try with it right now, and that's just to see what happens if we apply a more direct heat. Is super glue flammable? We're going to pour some super glue down into the saucepan, then take a blowtorch and see if we can light it on fire. I think I see some flames. Oh, I think I did it. That's it. Super glue is flammable. It doesn't light quite like gasoline or even alcohol. It took a little bit of time to really catch, but once it caught, it seems to be burning quite nicely. Ooh, now all of the super glue is hot enough that it's boiling in the saucepan. When we heated the saucepan up on the stove, we had a lot of very thick white smoke that burned my nose and my eyes and my lungs if I even got a little whiff of it. And this is burning and it's boiling. I don't see any white smoke, so I think the vapors themselves coming off of the super glue are getting burned up and are therefore not able to react the same way if it gets in my face a little bit. It kind of smells like, I don't know, it kind of smells a little bit like some fireworks. Oh, and there's the white stuff, and we don't want any of that. That is the result of lighting super glue on fire. Yeah, that really does have a skunk smell to it. Heating super glue on a stove until it boils and lighting it on fire. Interesting results from both of them. Here's a challenge. What are some things we could do with large quantities of super glue that we haven't already thought of? Liquid nitrogen, already thought about it. Vacuum chamber, already thought about it. Dry ice, already thought about it. Furnace, already thought about it. Give us something new. We want you to get creative with this one. Tell us your thoughts, and if we use an idea of yours that we haven't already come up with, we'll send you 25 bucks. Guys, we still have more for you to see. That little box up at the top will transport you directly to our last video. If you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. If you have seen it, maybe watch it again. The box at the bottom will show you what YouTube thinks you should be watching next. And this bomb here in the center will subscribe you to our channel so you never miss a video. Don't forget to ring that bell, and we will see you in the next one. Talk to you then.